I used to think I just wasn't smart enough to study. No matter how much time I spent with my books, nothing stuck. I'd read a page, and 5 minutes later, I couldn't even remember what it said. If that sounds familiar, wait till you hear this story. There was this boy named Ethan, just an ordinary kid living in a quiet little town. He loved the simple things, hanging out with friends, watching the clouds, listening to birds. But when it came to studying, he just couldn't get it right. His classmates laughed at his mistakes, and slowly, he started believing that maybe he just wasn't good enough. One day, he gathered the courage to talk to his teacher, Mr. Harris, a calm old man with a kind smile. Ethan said, "Sir, I try so hard, but nothing works. I can't focus, and I feel hopeless." Mr. Harris smiled gently and said, "Ethan, you're not alone. But if you really want to change this, I'll teach you 5 lessons that can transform the way you learn." First, he said, "Calm your mind." He handed Ethan a glass bottle filled with muddy water. "What do you see?" he asked. "Dirty water," Ethan replied. "Exactly. Now, let's leave it." After a while, the dirt settled and the water turned clear. "Our mind is like this bottle," said Mr. Harris. "When it's full of worry and stress, nothing's clear. But if you take a few minutes to breathe, to settle your thoughts, your mind becomes calm and ready to learn." Then came the second lesson. Focus on the present. Mr. Harris lit a candle and told Ethan to stare at the flame. At first, Ethan's mind jumped everywhere. His grades, his friends, his failures. But slowly, his attention rested on the flame. "See," said Mr. Harris, "the past is gone and the future's not here yet. When you study, be here, in this moment." The third lesson was simple but powerful. Understand, don't just memorize. Mr. Harris showed Ethan a sponge and a rock. He poured water on both. The sponge soaked it in. The rock stayed dry. Some students just memorize. They're like the rock. But when you truly understand something, you absorb it like the sponge. You don't just remember it, you make it yours. "Now," said Mr. Harris, "you can't learn everything at once." He gave Ethan a big wooden block and asked him to break it. Ethan couldn't. Then the teacher split it into smaller pieces, and suddenly it was easy. "That's lesson 4, he said. "Break big goals into small steps. Study a little at a time, take breaks, and come back fresh. That's how real learning happens." Finally, lesson 5. Be consistent. Mr. Harris planted 2 pots. One watered daily, the other left dry. After a few days, one had a tiny plant. The other had nothing. "Even 20 minutes a day can change everything," he said, "but you have to show up every day." Over the next few weeks, Ethan followed every lesson. He still struggled, but things started to shift. His focus improved. He understood more. His grades climbed. But more than that, he began to enjoy learning. And years later, when he became successful, he often thought back to that day when 5 simple lessons changed everything. So if you're struggling right now, whether it's studying, a job, or just life, start small. Calm your mind. Focus on what's in front of you. Understand instead of memorizing. Break big things into small steps. And keep going, a little every day. Because one day, you'll look back and realize, those tiny steps weren't tiny at all. They were the start of something big. And hey, if this story hit home for you, hit subscribe. Because every week, we talk about real stories like this, about growth, change, and how to make life just a little bit better, one small step at a time. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing to our channel. We regularly share new videos focused on senior health, independence, aging well, and natural solutions. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below and feel free to share this video with friends or family who might benefit. More helpful videos are on the way. Until next time, take care and stay healthy.